Okay, let me do a little bit of research. I definitely don't want to get salmonella. Here's Zach Wolchuk with to kick us off on the C note here. Every NFL roster's best kept secret heading into the OTAs. Wolchuk, what do you got for us?
All right, who do you think the Cowboys' best kept secret is?
Ooh, it's a good
now,
question.
To us, there are no secrets because we know this team so damn well.
They're probably going to say Jake Ferguson.
To you guys, it would be Michael Gallup because you think he's horrible.
I don't think Michael Gallup's horrible. Quit projecting on me. I just don't think he's in wide receiver one.
You're deflecting.
See how defensive he's getting there?
Yeah. Good answer. Yeah.
I
don't think Michael Gallup's horrible.
They're going to say Jake Ferguson.
It's not Jake Ferguson, but
Bland.
It's DaRon Bland.
Ooh,
DaRon Bland is
okay.
the Cowboys' best kept secret. And they wrote, unless you're a Cowboys fan, when you think about rookie corners from the class of 22, it's Sauce Gardner. It's Tariq Woolen. Those are the ones that immediately come to mind. Maybe even a Derek Stingley, if you think of the highest rated corners coming out of college. But DaRon Bland was second among all rookies with 5 interceptions on the season. And those interceptions weren't just products of the ball being tipped in the air and falling into his hands. He proved his ability to work as both an inside and outside corner. He has strong hands with the ball in the air and in a role as a 5th-round pick. And now he can actually be your starting slot because you add Gilmore. So you feel like you're good on the outside with Diggs and Gilmore, health willing, and now DaRon Bland can really just be your nickel slot corner, and he proved to excel when he had to fill in for Jordan Lewis last year in that role.
Yeah, I love DaRon Bland. I'm really excited about him. Hopefully there's no sophomore slumpage, and he just continues the trajectory that he was on from his rookie year because he's the real deal. I would take it one step further. I think that's a fair national secret. I understand where they're coming from on that one. I think locally it's Mukuamu, and I keep going back to the Mukuamu well. I think very, very highly of him from a versatility standpoint, what he can do for the back end of a defense, and also playing around the line of scrimmage as well. Sure tackler. I like Mukuamu. I think he's the best cap.
Could Osa Odighizuwa
I think absolutely nationally, I don't think Osa Odighizuwa is on a lot of people's radars. And then I've been saying it, and I think the Mozzie Smith pick is going to help him tremendously. I think he's in a contract year. I think he's going to ball out this year.
What about Biadasz? He made the Pro Bowl, right?
So Biadasz, I don't think is I think Biadasz is kind of, people know who he is. Now, people probably don't give him credit for being as good as he was last year.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't think he's a secret.
Tyler B, I agree.
No. For the Giants, they've got wide receiver Isaiah Hodgins.
Ooh, he
sneakily had a good year last year.
Yeah, he made some plays.
Yeah, he was a sneaky good year last year. Milton Williams, the defensive tackle for the Eagles, is their best kept secret.
I do like the idea of a Wooly Bully top 10 list, top 10 sneaky good years.
We can't have Milton break out, man.
No, that would be an absolute pain in the rear. And for the Commanders, it's Fedarian Mathis, another defensive tackle. Are you telling me they got another bleeping guy in here to add to Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen and Montez Sweat? He had 9 sacks, 10.5 tackles for loss his final year with the Crimson Tide, and they think he could end up being a stud for them in the middle of the defense.
Thank you, Wolchuk. There it is, DaRon Bland for the Cowboys, and a look around the division as we continue the C-Note Cowboys news of the evening. And we have another medical professional. As a nurse, I'm begging you to at least warm it up. Okay,
no, sir.
They're trying to kill Dawson. It's like Stephen Jones is in charge of the show. Okay, that was an emotional bet, General. You can't do that. I know, but I felt like it was a lock. They'd lost in overtime twice. I felt like, man, desperate team theory coming on home.
Yeah.
This arena is going to be on fire, and it was on fire, but in a different way. Okay, ESPN has done their FPI, their Football Power Index, updated today as we go into the OTAs, and Chiefs are number 1 overall. Cowboys come in 8th. Chances to win the Super Bowl is at 7%. They have the 6th best odds. The Eagles currently have the best odds. Even though the Chiefs are the better team, they just feel like the Eagles' path to that victory is easier, obviously, because they're in the lighter conference. Cowboys at 7%. Would you go higher or lower than that, boys?
I can't go more than 7%. I've been hoping they'd win a Super Bowl for the last 27 years, and it hasn't happened.
Are they the 3rd best team in the conference?
Yes, I think so.
I'd have to go higher then.
But I mean,
I know, but I've been talking about the quarterback situation, stuff like that.
And I get what you mean, but that's to get to the Super Bowl. How many AFC teams are you going to put ahead of them? Bills.
Oh, I'm trying to get them to the
Bengals.
Super Bowl. Oh, you're talking about winning the Super Bowl.
That's what it is, right? 7% chance to win the Super Bowl.
That's right. Win. Okay.
Yeah, we care about winners around here.
Yeah.
It seems doable.
Because, I mean, just the AFC is stacked. It's a gauntlet.
If you would take this Cowboys team and put the roster anywhere else, I'd be like, yeah, sure, that team could do it. But being here is just so hard to believe it at this point.
They're going to play one Super Bowl contender out of the AFC, right? They got, well, maybe.
Buffalo?
Well, they've got the Jets,
Buffalo.
Bills.
I'm not, Miami and Buffalo might be their two toughest ones,
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, I'm not.
Two
I think
potentials.
Aaron Rodgers, the
Yeah.
boogeyman with the
The
Jets,
Jets,
assuming he's healthy.
The Chargers, maybe? Chargers in that mix?
That's the one that I'm very, very excited about. I think the Chargers have worse odds than the Cowboys, partially because they're in the AFC. And it's like they're going to be fighting for second place in their own division. They're not winning that thing with the Chiefs in there. But that Chargers game is going to be a really, really fun game, and the lead up to it with the Kellen Moore stuff. I'm curious. I know your answer, Biadasz, about what concerns you more. Is it some of the actual players on the roster offensively, or is it the coaching? I think a lot of the issues when we talk about Dak and all these things and, making people around him better, I think a lot of it would help if he had a better man on the sideline, master man on the sideline running things offensively. It's Jason Garrett. It's Scott Linehan. It's young Kellen Moore, who's getting talked about like he's, some offensive wizard. He's done nothing at that moment in the sport. Now we see he had plenty of shortcomings.
Yeah.
I think, to me, even more so than whatever roster inefficiencies we want to talk about, wide receiver or offensive line.
Yeah.
I think it's the coaches offensively that is more concerning.
This season will be make or break because of the offensive coaches. That's my here we are in late May, early June opinion before camp. If the Cowboys have success this year, it'll be because of their offensive coaches.
Yeah, I agree.
If they're a 9-8 team and don't make the playoffs and all that, I think it's just too much turnover on the offensive side of the ball.
I'm with you because I think the roster's pretty solid on paper right now. Now, we'll see about the depth if that gets tested, but you got 3 good receivers. Tony Pollard, assuming he's back healthy, you got a good running back, and I think the starting 5 offensive line, if you have Tyron, you feel good about it. Now, inevitably you won't, so how do they shuffle it?
817 says, this is a buzzkill. Something happening in the workplace as a bet, eating something against FTA standards could actually be an OSHA violation if you get sick. Well, we can't do that. We can't get spittle fined and thrown off the air. We can't put the company
We're
at
drinking
risk.
scotch through a hot dog.
Yeah, I mean we're just a couple of men.
What are we doing here?
Mentally
Are we
I
calling us out for?
There's a very slight chance I get sick. These doctors and nurses are paranoid. There's like a 2% chance I get sick.
Yeah, and he already said you're good to go earlier, so you're good.
People are eating raw meat. I mean, Dawson won't be the first of its kind. I mean, people are cracking open pounds of ground beef and eating that thing.
Tartar.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I think you're going to be fine.
Bring me a living cow and a knife. I'll show you how this is done.
That's right.
Cut it right out of them.